Let's go to topic number 2, back in our where our hearts belong here.
Our wheelhouse.
Some people from the Illinois video thought that you are a Michigan fan, I think. They referred to us as just quote unquote Michigan people. Do you want to address that at the top, and then we'll get into some Michigan State recruiting?
Yeah, sometimes when, like in college, when you had like them really long nights and you had to like make yourself throw up to kind of like get yourself back into mode, I would look at pictures and videos of Michigan basketball and the colors maize and blue because I hate the University of Michigan. I don't like them. They don't like me. That's just the way it is. I'm a Michigan State Spartan through and through, Spartan dog, wolf, wolf, go green, go white, all that. So no, I'm not a Michigan fan. I never will be a Michigan fan ever in my life. With that said, I do respect their basketball program, if that means anything to you.
That actually means the world to me. I'm very happy to hear you say that. Michigan State. We won't get into my fandoms. Illinois fans can figure that out on their own. Michigan State on the recruiting trail right now. It's all eggs in one basket. Yet again, as Tom Izzo likes it. Maybe that's not fair. He's got a couple other guys, but
I was just gonna say, no, I don't think this is a classic case of all his eggs in one basket.
The big one is Xavier Booker. I think there will be panic if Xavier Booker doesn't commit to Michigan State. That's fair to say, right?
Yes, there is, and he, like I said, and like I've been saying the past couple of weeks, the Duke offer came recently, like a week and a half ago. So that's what we're up against. So it's gonna be heartbreaking too if we lose on the Duke. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
Doesn't usually bode well for Michigan State, a head-to-head recruiting battle with Duke, although I guess that devil, Coach K, is out of there. Who knows how that will affect things. But going back Jaden Schutt, going back Jabari Parker, you can go back through the years. You can find examples of head-to-head Michigan State versus Duke that usually doesn't bode too well for the Spartans on the recruiting trail. Xavier Booker rose from the 80s on all the ratings up to 4th overall in the class of 2023 on 247. That seems crazy to me. And I really like Xavier Booker. I think he's probably a 5-star recruit. I think he's like, I think I'd have him in the 20s, maybe like 15 to 20 range from what I've seen in this class. I don't think this guy's a top 5 guy in the country consensus though. Do you?
Okay, one, he's a certified 5-star. Let's not tiptoe around that. He's a certified 5-star player. And like I pointed out in the last episode, especially with 247, they really project players out. So a lot of him being in the top 5, I think, is his trajectory and how he projects, kind of moving forward. I would actually agree with you that I think that he could be a top 5 player in this class. Like when all is said and done, he gets to college. Is he one right now? I think you can make an argument for it. I don't think it's solidified and stamped necessarily, but his improvement over this past year and over this summer, especially, I think is very evident. For anyone who's been on Twitter, he had I'm not sure if it was like a high school, one of those summer league things or something like that. But this man spun baseline and absolutely pooped all over a defender. Just disgusting. The tools are crazy. He's 6'10", 6'11". He can scratch his knees without bending over. Like the measurables are there. This dude is like a sick basketball player. And I am scared. I'm very afraid that we're not going to get him. All signs point to that we're still in the lead for him and that, we're still in the driver's seat. We just got to make sure that we, don't hit the rumble strip. So stay in our lane and let's finish.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. I guess just for the listeners at home, when we talk about recruits or news that might happen, like we did the Michigan State assistant coach thing, we've done other recruitment breaking stuff in the past on here. But we don't want to be news breakers. That's not us. That's not what we intend to do in this media space at all. When we have the opportunity to, which we have had the opportunity to a couple times, Cart, we might kind of toe the line there, but we're not scoops guys. That's not who we are. We are speculation guys because that's where the fun lies. That's what we want to do. So when we speculate on something like this, where will Xavier Booker go? Know that our information comes from a variety of places. Specific to Michigan State, we do have quote unquote sources that are willing to feed us some things from inside the program from time to time. We have some sources who would be knowledgeable from within the program that aren't within the program, who are willing to share us things from time to time. And then I'm plugged in pretty nicely with some of the Field of 68 guys more nationally who I do work for. So all that said, take everything that we're sort of teasing with a grain of salt, because nobody knows for sure what Xavier Booker is going to do. From all those sources I just listed, nobody's like, we're a lock, it's Michigan State. But everybody feels really good about it, and I think would consider Michigan State still the leader, despite more of the national people, the Tiptons of the world, starting to put a lot of eyes on him, which normally bodes better for a blue blood like Duke. So, Cart, today, if you had to put a percentage chance that he ends up in a Michigan State uniform, what would you say it is?
I would have put it at like 80 before the Duke offer. The Duke offer is going to bump it down to like 70 for me as of right now.
Okay, that's not a huge drop. I mean, 80.
No, it's not. I like where we're at with him. From everything that I've, I mean, you already just gave the whole spiel about how we are with like newsbreakers, and we're newsmakers, not newsbreakers. I don't know if that's a bar right there, but
bar, yeah, good bar.
yeah, but yeah, everything that I've heard, seen points to the fact that we're still in a really good position. So I'll leave it at 70%.
I will say I'm a big tea leaves guy. I like to read the tea leaves. I think it bodes really well that all of the Michigan State commits we are currently excited about are like really publicly endorsing Xavier Booker.
Yes.
Like Jackson Kohler, Jeremy Fears tweeted a picture that was like, "What do you see here?"
Yeah. Even AJ Hogard, he's all up under Xavier Booker's last, because he posted that he got the offer from Duke, and you get 3 straight comments from AJ Hogard's, nah. Next comment, this ain't it, and then the next one is go green with a green heart.
Hogard's a very good online program guy. I've seen.
AJ Hogard is on the case.
Does he have that dog in him, Cart?
He's got that dog in him.
Can you have dog in you on the court and like on social media streams? Are those 2 different levels of dog? Because AJ is definitely a dog on Twitter.
Yes, you can be both.
Okay. They're separate though, right? Like you can have one or the other, or you can have both.
For me personally, no. Can't be a dog on social media and not be a dog in real life.
Interesting. Okay. See, I need your official dog rules at some point. Woof woof. Michigan State.
Eventually we'll get to that. Woof.
Everybody who's not a Michigan State fan would love to understand what makes these people dogs. But anyways, yeah, I like Booker. I hope he goes to Michigan State. If he does go to Michigan State, they have a good core actually for the first time in 5 seasons.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out while we're talking about recruits, I really like what I've seen from Jeremy Fears. I liked him before, but I feel like he's taken a step this summer from what I've seen. Like, I didn't know that he had some of this stuff to his game. I think that's really impressive, and that bodes well moving forward for Michigan State as far as point guard wise. I wouldn't be worried about point. And in the past couple of years, that has been one might say a topic of discussion. So I like Jeremy Fears a lot.
I like Fears a lot too. If you can get to a roster, I mean, we're years out from this because like AJ Hogard still exists, and AJ is going to be a good college player. But like, if we can get to a roster where it's like Fears, Akins, Kohler, Booker as the core, that team's nasty.
Yes.
I don't care who the 3 is, but there's a long way to go to get there, because right now we got to sit through a couple more AJ Hogard seasons. We got to sit through a couple other. Who knows if Akins is ever going to start for Michigan State? We'll see. He might get his 15 off the bench this year. But yeah, the future.
Couldn't we technically have a AJ Hogard senior season with a freshman Jeremy Fears?
Yeah. No,
that'd be ideal.
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be, right?
That would be very ideal. You add that to what you just said. Like, that's the really.
It'd be a sophomore Fears, right? Because Fears is in next season. So be a junior.
this year, AJ's gonna be a junior.
Hogard.
Yeah,
Hogard. I thought you were talking about Akins.
Oh no, sorry, Hogard. Hogard's gonna be a junior this year.
Yep.
And Jeremy Fears is gonna be a senior in high school. So then, yeah, it'd be senior year Hogard, freshman year Fears.
Yeah, I don't want that though. Just give me Fears.
Okay. All right.
I don't think AJ Hogard strikes fear pun intended, into
Okay.
10 opponents. I'm just saying. He's fine. Ask the Illinois fans who are listening to this if they're afraid of AJ Hoggard.
I don't think Illinois fans are afraid of anything.
Very true.